Hi, thank you for joining me. This is going to be a reading for Gemini. Let's just see what messages come through for you, Gemini. You may have Gemini as your sun sign or anywhere else in your chart, or you may just have been drawn here to this reading either by the title or by chance, because there's something here that might help you. Okay. I really love oracle cards. I love reading tarot, but oracle cards are my favorite. And here we have hidden motivations. So, okay, let's get some more before we dive into it. Someone, you or someone else connected to you, might have hidden motivations. And this can be positive or negative, but we will see. It's almost like this woman is smiling. She looks good and well put together on the outside. But there's something behind the curtain that no one else sees. And what's behind this curtain isn't anything sinister. Like there's a home here and 3 children playing on the grass here. So either people are making assumptions about you, Gemini, and they don't see why you are doing what you are doing, and that it's actually for very good reasons, that you have certain intentions for your life, possibly for your children, and it's almost like they just can't see it. You might be hiding your intentions because possibly people can sabotage what you're doing, or even if they're not intentionally trying to sabotage what you're doing, just because they don't understand it, even if you try and explain it and make it plain and make it clear, this is what I'm doing, this is why. Sometimes people just don't understand because they are not having your experiences, right? And it's possible that what you're doing or your motivations are being misinterpreted or misconstrued. Or this can be someone else where you're looking at them, so take it as it resonates, and you're judging what you see on the outside, but you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. Let's get some more and make this clear. We have status quo. You might live in a city or an urban area, a very built up area, maybe in apartments, flats, in a complex, and in this card, it looks clean, it looks neat, it looks, okay, but there's nothing really happening here. So there's some sort of silence, some sort of still energy on the outside here. But let's see, let's get some more. I'm going to check the bottom of the deck, and I want to get from one more oracle deck, and then we'll use tarot to clarify. We have the vast universe. This is about, the universe is vast and infinite, right? And there's purple here, which is third eye and crown chakra energy. You might be having an awakening, or your third eye and your crown chakra is activating and opening up more, and you are accessing more of your higher self and more of the infinite wisdom and power of the universe. It's like this energy is flowing down, and this is earth down here. Your vibration and frequency might be rising, so it's possible that you are having an awakening, and whether that's a spiritual awakening and you know that that's what it is, or just becoming more self-aware, you are intellectually learning things about yourself, about the world, about what you want, what you don't want, what you see around you. There's a greater knowing happening here. And it's possible that because you are still going through this process and becoming aware of things that are changing, need to change, you want to change, there's an internal process that may be happening with you. And Nobody knows what's happening on the inside. Or this can be someone related to you, Gemini. Someone that you have a perception about, an assumption about, and it might not be accurate because you can't see what's happening behind the scenes on the inside. We're going to get some more from another oracle deck. But I just want to see if there's any more messages from these cards that would be helpful from the book. On a purely practical level, this could indicate an important decision or situation that you don't have all the information about. Be patient, the knowledge will come and you will be able to act. So this could be surrounding your children or where you live. And you possibly want to make a move, or something has happened in your environment or with your family, and you know that something needs to change, you need to take action or you need to make a decision, but you're not sure what that is just yet. This can also have a deeper meaning though. This can also mean that, yes, you know what goals and intentions you have, and you might have high standards, and you want to live your life a certain way, your family to be a certain way, you want to achieve certain things, but it might be necessary for you to question yourself a little, and not in a self-negating way. Just understand where your motivations are coming from. Say, for instance, you want your children to go to a specific type of school, or you want to live in a specific neighborhood, right? Is that because the world deems that school or that neighborhood as something fancy, and you've subconsciously accepted the idea that this is the best for them? Or you want you want your family to look a certain type of way, right? But your family might look like you living with your grandmother, even as an adult, and that is your family. And it's not the ideal, a husband and a wife and children. And that might be for a season or for a period, and that's what your life needs to look like. But that ideal that you are keeping in your mind might be affecting what is current in your present reality, and for you to access the blessings that are there within the current circumstances. Let's see what else with the cycle card. So with this status quo, you might feel restless or discomfort or unhappy with how things are at the moment. It might feel very stagnant, like it's too still, too quiet, there's not a lot happening. But it's possible that you need to become clear on your motivations and your intentions first, and allow yourself to receive this higher guidance and higher wisdom. Allow yourself to go through this awakening or expansion of your mind and understanding of your life, so that you don't change the status quo and then you realize, oh, okay, this, what I thought was my ideal and my intentions and my goals, which might be fine, is not actually aligned with who I am anymore, because I have a bigger perspective, a higher perspective on who I am, what I want, what my purpose is in this world. The inner work and the outer work need to go hand in hand, and often the inner work needs to precede the outer work, because if we are doing in the physical, making changes and taking action, and internally there is stagnancy. It will affect the external, right? And if we're still going through rapid expansion on the inside, once that integrates, what we've been doing in the external might not apply or be relevant or work anymore. Okay, let's get one from the Shadows and Light Oracle deck. Angel of Time, working too hard, and then at the bottom of the deck we have Voodoo in blue, back off. Okay. What I'm getting from this card, and there can be many meanings, and the cards can be interpreted in many ways, but what I'm getting is that you might need to work smarter and not harder, and that's where this vast universe comes in. Your higher self, the universe, God, your spirit team might have simpler solutions or solutions to whatever is happening in your experience or whatever goals you're trying to reach. There might be a higher path to get there where you don't have to be stressed, you don't have to be overworked, you don't have to be overwhelmed, you don't have to be exhausted. And you can feel into your body, or just take a moment and be present with yourself and realize, am I feeling angry? Not because I'm doing the wrong thing, but just because I am exerting myself too much in some places. I am having to be too assertive with certain people or in certain situations or in certain spaces. And maybe it's time for me to just back off a little bit. And if being around certain people puts me so much in a distorted masculine energy that I have to be on guard and fight and argue, or people are overstepping my boundaries, and you're having to assert your boundaries again and again, or tell people to back off, then maybe you need to take a break from those spaces and reevaluate if those things are still in alignment with you. Or even your own behaviors and actions, like how you run your house on a day-to-day basis. If the chores are getting to you and it's too much, then and maybe you have OCD or you have Virgo placements where you like to have a clean, organized, structured home, but you have such high standards on it that it exhausts you. And sometimes you can leave some of the dishes or ask somebody else to wash it, or clean on certain days and just tidy up on other days, or change things within your home so that there's a little less work to do. There's something here that internally needs to change, a perspective shift, or you might just need to relax a bit. So that things can work and flow a lot more easily, and you can, instead of having rigid routines and rigid beliefs that leaves no room for higher guidance or simpler solutions or more ease in your life, it's just going to bring more of the same, right? We have the Oracle of Delphi. That's a number 1 card. The Oracle of Delphi is someone that receives messages from the divine, from God. She's sort of like a prophet, right? Now, you may be spiritual and you might be able to easily receive downloads and guidance. You might be clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairesentient, something like that. And you need to pay attention to the intuitive hits that you're getting, whether you're spiritual or not. You're on track. One of scrolls, you're on track. This man is stopping there, right in front of the train. The time on this clock here makes me feel like he's ahead of schedule. Like this train should probably be leaving on the hour, but he's like 20 minutes early. And he's well dressed, he's got his luggage, everything is sorted, there's no chaos or running late. But something makes you feel like there's still more to do. I still need to work harder. I still need to fix things. You need to know that you're right on track. And don't let your ego mind stop you from boarding the train if you still need to board the train and get on board with something in your life. Stop looking back and board the train. There's somewhere that you might need to be going, or that you're on your way to, whether that is metaphorical or literal. Let yourself get on that train and know that it's the right choice and you're right on track. Let's get the bottom of the deck energy. We have Uriel and the Sphinx. Archangel Uriel is significant, and Archangel Uriel in this card is wearing red, which has to do with the root chakra. There might be something around your root chakra that makes you feel uneasy or imbalanced or ungrounded, or not able to trust your choices and where you are. Trust the universe to help you and guide you. Trust something, your relationships, yourself. This card is about the Sphinx being covered by a lot of desert sand, and that there is stuff about yourself that you need to uncover. Maybe it's your spiritual gifts, and we all have them. We all just don't choose to use them. There's something, maybe some skills that you need to uncover about yourself that's going to help you with the intentions you've set, with where you're going in your life. Just because things seem stagnant and still, that doesn't mean you're not on track. There's a lot of things that are happening internally, astrologically, energetically, spiritually, inside of you and outside of you, beyond what you can see. And there's some sort of trust that needs to be gained in your angels, in God, in the universe, in your inner being, because nobody else can know exactly what your path is but you and your higher self and God. Sometimes, people's perceptions, people's opinions, people's own feelings about life, people might say, studying that subject and going in that direction as a career is not going to be financially viable. But God knows you have certain innate skills and gifts that would make you successful in that area, or there's a change that you need to bring in that industry, that you may somehow improve it in some way, or that is a stepping stone that's going to lead you to something else. And it's really important that we trust that. I want to cut the deck. I feel like, please give us some more specific guidance for whoever's watching about where they're going and what they're going to be doing. The King of Roses. So this King of Roses is either you or someone else. This is possibly a water sign, somebody that's caring and loving and kind and understanding. This is a masculine energy, and you don't have to be male, that is very connected to their heart space, that either loves you or you love them. I feel like someone is thinking about you, or you're thinking about how much you love someone else. So this is something, I don't know if it's related to any of this, but often the people we are in relationship with, our work, where we live, it's all interconnected in some way, right? That's why if you're not in the right place or with the right person or doing the right thing, everything else can feel stuck. But if we allow ourselves to get the guidance, sometimes we just need the ease in our nervous system, in our mind, to feel at peace, and then things will, the cogs and the wheels start turning again. Sometimes it gets stuck because some parts of the mechanism is overworking and taking too much strain, and then that needs to be looked at first. So there's either you are someone that's very kind and loving and affectionate, and I feel like you shouldn't be afraid or ashamed or hide that part of you. People often think that being kind and loving is weakness. And you just need to have discernment. Not everyone deserves your love and attention and time, and that's not to say that you can't love everyone. Our higher selves, our souls, that higher part of ourselves loves everyone. But in this 3D world, you have to be careful with who you give your love and affection and your time and your energy and your resources to, because not everything is meant for us in any given moment. And I'm getting nice guy energy from this. There's a difference between being nice and being good. Nice means just doing whatever everybody says and then getting walked all over. Good means choosing what is the best thing to do in any given moment. And this can't come from an egoic place, like a place of fear, where I hide how I feel because I'm afraid of getting hurt. Instead of trusting who you are and being connected to God and your higher self, and knowing, okay, this person is a healthy person to be in a relationship with. This person reciprocates my good intentions and good actions. This is a healthy relationship and this is not. So this is where I'll put my energy and this is where I won't. That is your message, Gemini. I hope that was helpful. If it was, I'd love to hear. Leave me a comment. If you've made it this far, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and I hope that you will join me again in another video.